Hello, and welcome back to Tyranny, where last time we acquired the scholar Lenatry and tried to recruit some Tearsmen. However, they were super like, no. Yeah, they got killed, and then we encountered some Tearsmen along the road, and they tried to fight me, and then they died, even though I tried to persuade them to not fight me, so I ended up having to kill them, so they died. And then we told a story to some kids, and we punched a Scarlet Chorus in the face, or in the gut, technically, because she lied to us. Fucking death knell. Don't try and use me, or you'll end up dead. And I can't tell if it's glowing or not. I'm going to assume it's not.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh, lordy. These guys kind of came out of nowhere, didn't they? I know I can't change difficulty. I want to edit the sound here. Turn that down to 80%. That way you can still hear the vocals of the other people when they're talking.
Damn thing couldn't pierce.
And I will unleash the flames of death. Reverse some magic, and I'll unleash some more magic. And then unleash some more magic.
With my weapon?
Feel the wrath of the fires of hell.
Damn thing couldn't pierce
And then
cloth.
the grave light will destroy you.
Bleed out, you little shit.
I'm also really curious about... Oh, Lenatry already used it. Never mind.
Right.
Let's stick him point.
Fall before me.
Alright. There they go. What's going on over here? Oh, the Earthshakers. Of course I'm not with the Oathbreakers. They just tried to kill me out of nowhere. Do you not see my symbol, man? Do you not recognize me? Hellspar?
Fatebinder. How fortuitous.
The Earthshaker pounds his chest in a salute.
For us, I mean. Decidedly not for the Oathbreakers.
A smirk quirks the right side of his mouth as he surveys the carnage you've left behind.
Whether intended or not, we are indebted to you for your help.
You're welcome. He wears his dirt-streaked lips. He wears his lips. That's creepy. He spreads his dirt-streaked lips in a relieved grin.
May the stones guide your steps, and may you walk without falter on sturdy ground.
I'm here to speak with Commander Ironcore. With tremorous fingers. Tremorous? The Earthshaker pushes his hood back on his sweaty forehead. He glances once to the group of wary, battered mages behind him before meeting your eyes.
I'm afraid I'll have to do, as I am the mage in charge of this circle. Earthshaker Hellspar, at your service.
Wait, your commander isn't here? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, where's the rest of you? Was part of your squad killed or otherwise separated?
Aye, the Oathbreakers felled Grisander.
Fucking earth puns, man. It's rock puns everywhere.
Before we could erect the barricade. But our circle was all Master Radix could feasibly spare. We are here, and though wayworn, we are ready to help.
Regardless, it looks like you're all we got. Report to Sevius at his favored camp. He'll have further orders for you there. With a shaky nod and an even shakier salute, the Earthshaker, gathers his circle, and cloistered together, murmuring or perhaps chanting in hushed voices, the battle mages march towards the valley. Well, they've been rescued. And yes, I know there's delicious, delicious loot, and probably most of you, if not all of you, are yelling at me why I'm not grabbing the loot. It's because I am doing a New Game Plus run, so I pretty much have most of the loot I already want. So, we're going to head to the Triple Net Wilderness. I am a third-generation badass. The chorus are here, with a disfavored shield. Reinforcements? Nah, that's not the voice I want to do for this guy. Let's do this. Reinforcements. Finally. Come this way. We need to. The chorus warrior pumps his tattooed arm in salute. Midway through the gesture, a look of confusion dawns across his painted face. Sister Verse? What did I do to deserve such a helping hand? A chuckle escapes the man before he shudders. Placing his hand over his mouth, at once alert of the need to remain quiet, his voice drops to a harsh whisper. The fifth eye must have a sense of humor sending you. Verse returns a cold glare, but says nothing. You two know each other? This one used to run with my pack, until he left for Death Knell's gang. Motherless swine didn't even have the guts to fight me for the right to leave. He just packed up and left with his coward's tail between his fat legs. And a wise move at that. How many have you lost into your command so far? He holds up his hand, stifling a smile. I misspoke. I'm sure you only got most of them killed. Can't rule out death by their own incompetence. Seems Death Knell didn't take my advice and have you gilded to curb your outbursts. First draws her blade in a fluid motion. Grab Fake Lip by the neck. Apologize. Now. With a swift, confident stride, you advance on Fake Limp and grip his neck before he can step away. His stamp wobbles as you clench down on his throat, and he presses his arms against you, desperate to push you away. At last, he tears himself away from you in your grip, grasping for air and clutching his throat. I'm sorry, Mistress Verse. I did not mean any disrespect. Of course you did, and I couldn't care less. Just know this. You're not good enough to do it to my face. She sniffs and glares at him. Clean yourself up. Apologies, I have been in the field for weeks, answering to no one. I've forgotten my place. Their camp is just yonder, he points to the northeast, and we kept an eye out on them for the last couple of days. Some of them left a few hours ago, looking for food maybe, on a patrol, but they haven't returned yet. Might be wise to strike now, while they're divided. Leave the Oathbreakers to me. My gang and I will lurk nearby. When you make your move, we'll descend to help with capturing Florian. Don't worry, I'll let the others know you did the heavy lifting. I'll cheat at battle, but not with my reputation.
Sorry, I can't.
So, we're gonna go and try and capture
Spotted
Commander
something.
Florian. I will grab that, though, because it's rare loot.
Another battle.
And these
I
fools.
think we're bad at making friends.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, Lanatry. We are bad at making friends. You know, if they would just stop and say hi before trying to kill me, you know, maybe we'd be best friends. But, they don't seem to want that.
Can't do that.
Let's try that again. Fuck is wrong with my weapon?
On it.
I need to try a different weapon.
Time to change weapons.
And help Verse out with a little bit of Brave Light,
Isn't working.
Vampiric Weapon, and then Unleash Hell.
This weapon is useless.
Maybe we should go into hiding.
Moving cautiously.
Disarm these traps. Spike pits. We should go in stealth.
I'd say that's worth a second glance.
Right.
Ah, well, looks like they're gonna try and shoot us anyway. Well, they'll learn why that's a bad move.
More tally.
Ah, the screams of the bird.
Damn thing couldn't pierce the wall.
Why do they have to always
Will
fight
do.
us? You should know by now that all they're inviting is their own
Right.
death.
What the fuck is wrong with my weapon?
Well, flame to the penis. Lens fools.
You'll have to get through me first.
Maybe a little bit of lightning.
On it.
Nah, I think Verse has got it. Barrick actually landed the kill.
Yes. Found something.
And just walk past the trap. Hey yo.
Found something.
The Overlord's peons have arrived. Blades up.
Falcons in hand and dressed for battle, the Vendrian Guard captain bellows orders to the warriors in the camp. Dressed in tarnished bronze and sporting countless scars across his arms, Pilox Florian towers over his peers.
If you value life, drop...
His words fall silent as he scans your face in careful detail.
Wait. I know you. How on Taratus do I know your face? Can it be? Peacebinder?
The warrior relaxes his grip on his falx.
Come to lecture me about not holding up my end of the surrender? If you value your life, drop everything and flee. Or stand and fight. I'm happy with that option too. It just seemed unsporting for me to suggest it.
I left my nicest blue flag back at camp, but I'd like to talk all the same.
You want to talk?
Of course I want to talk. I'm the peacebinder, you idiot. Florian looks in either direction at his soldiers, gauging their reactions.
Fine. Speak your mind. Try anything funny, and I'll run my falx clear up your backside until you taste bronze.
Run now, and I'll tell the others you died. Did I hear you right? Florian's coming back with us. I have my reasons.
Let me guess. Your disfavored friends are in phalanx formation just west of here. We run right into them and die screaming. Think I'm done to fall for this?
The dumb move is being here when more troops arrive. He cracks a nervous smile.
I don't get it. Why would you let us escape? Why would you anger your masters?
Yes, why would you? I really want to pick option 5, but that's not what Ethan would say. It's more of a Dagwood answer. Actually, probably more of a Eclipse answer. I'll say, this isn't my war. I'm just swept up into it. Are you kidding me with this shit? Do you have any idea how this makes us look to the Vendrian dogs? Verse's eyes widen with rage as he slowly grinds her jaw.
Incredible. I had my doubts that a member of the court would know anything about war, but this sorry display forced me to lower my expectations.
He nods with a knowing smile.
Hazard of being a warrior. If the sharp edges don't get to you, eventually your conscience will. You all heard that? Time is of the essence. Stow everything in reach, leave the rest, get moving.
You can hate me as much as you want. But as I said, I don't like Kairos. I want him dead. I got plans, baby. Big plans. Striding into camp, at the tail end of a sprint, the Chorus Warrior begins to speak, but stumbles forward, bracing himself. God, you suck. Short of collapse as he captures his breath. More on the way. Patrol from this morning, coming back. Wait! Where are the Oathbreakers? His eyes widen as he looks at the camp and the lack of signs of struggle. Where's the captain? Where in the name of Kairos is he? Vithith, I was adamant. The warrior marches up close. The pungent smell of henna and tooth decay assaults your senses. Grab him by the wrist and force his blade into him. Just what are you? Taking swift control of his weapon hand, you guide his sword upward, cupping his elbow to help him drive the blade through his jaw and into his brain. I'll just, not include that part in my notes.
Another battle.
I had no choice but to fight for Kairos. This is my opportunity. Undo his evils.
Before me! Come and face my
I
eye!
bide my time. I did what was right. As much as I could, at least.
Sorry, I can't.
Now it's time for blood and death. I don't care if they hate me or not.
I got it.
My plans are what they are. And then he basically, Tunon's basically says, oh, your continued faith and hopeful service shall remain in the Archons of their duties to the Overlord, one can hope. May fortune favor your endeavor. It's like, because he doesn't know yet. Actually, I should look at my reputations. So the chorus is kind of even. The disfavored like me. The Unbroken don't know me. The Sages don't know me. The Bronze Brotherhood have a little bit of wrath. The Vendrian Guard likes me. The Forgebound are neutral. The Stonestalkers don't know me. The Lethian likes me. And the Stone Sea Villagers don't like me. Lanatry kind of likes me. Barrett kind of hates me. Verse likes me, but also is kind of disturbed. Ebb likes me. And of course, I have decent reps for most of my artifacts. Ash likes me a lot and kind of hates me. Whereas Narat is sort of angry. Which is understandable. But I need to check my quests. So I gotta return to his favorite camp first. Oh, it's just Ash. I forgot the correct way. With all due respect, our cohorts have proven themselves against the Apex Fools time and time again. What can you Oathbreakers do other than get in the way? I don't want to be here, Severus. Or Severus. And my orders don't involve proving our value to you. If the great general does not want magic on his side, he can order us to stand down and sit this one out. I don't question what you mages bring to the table, Hellspar, but I have my reservations about your leaders. Why couldn't Radix show up to the siege himself? If he has more pressing issues at the City of Kit's conquest, I would like to hear about it from his mouth. A mage who does not show up at the fight has no place in Kairos' hierarchy. You make a fair point, Fatebinder, insofar as it keeps with Kairos' law, at least. She sighs and rubs the bridge of her nose. I hate to upset the chain of command during a time of war. Perhaps Radix's brother can convince him to remember his duty. Fatebinder, I thank you for the part you played. You didn't have to risk yourself, but you did so all the same. Now, the Echo Hall Crossing.
Alright, let's finally deal with these rebels.
Well, not finally. They still got some shenanigans up their sleeves, I do think. And my loyalties are questionable at the moment.
I hear the song of battle. We must join it at once.
Keep watch. NTO.
Back over here. Maintain a defensive posture.
Winded, the disfavored commander clutches his blood-stained chest piece as he takes a deep breath, gathering his thoughts. His focus is on the scattered wounded men around him. He has yet to notice you. Your plan has been a rousing success. Most of our troops dead, a bridge destroyed, and the Vendrian Guard pushes back to where we started. Ladies and gentlemen, the finest the North has to offer. And for your next act, I need those Furies on point. Don't mock my strategy after working against it. We could have taken them. What's happening? Shouldn't you be on the other side of the bridge? We tried to rush the western bridge. Blow for blow, we had them running, but halfway across, let me guess, Tidecasters? Ocean rolled, the river rolled up and swallowed all your men like they were made of tinfoil or something? Oh, how right I am. Halfway across, the whole damn river just lurched up. The cursed Matani swallowed the whole bridge and almost everyone on it. Only real soldiers we have left are the Furies that I, quite wisely, directed into a flanking position. A few of us kept our footing, but the advantage was lost, and we had to pull back. As we did, the Oathbreakers surged down the east bridge. We held our ground until they fled back across the river, but now we're back where we started with only a fraction of the strength. A member of the School of Tides is alive and working with the guard. I assure you she is the culprit. Well, that would explain it. I saw a woman dressed in blue at the other side of the river. Didn't seem like she fit in with the others. Had we focused our strength into one perfect lunge, we could have crossed the bridge before the enemy knew what was killing them. But it's not too late. We can use the Furies to... No! Stop suggesting ways that get my gang killed! Are you working for the Oathbreakers? We should wait until the enemy is no longer on high alert. If Antio's plan is not a good one, what would you suggest instead? There's a time for initiative and a time for patience. We should try a different part in the river, or come back later. The enemy is too wary of us now. Are you in such a rush to see Kairos' edict come to pass? Sorry, Quip, but I'll strap you to my back and charge down that other bridge alone. But nothing is not an option. Well, we can sit and wait for the edict to kill us, or we can do something. If this were a hearing of grievances, I'd let you call the shots. But we are talking about the lives of my gang. Conscripts are copper a dozen but Furies. I have worked hard to secure the loyalty of my gang. I will not scrap fine warriors on such a buffoonish plan. Perhaps if you had help covering the cost of enticing replacement warriors, no, I don't really care. That's the thing. I don't really care about him at all. I don't give a shit about him or his warriors. I suppose I'll... Tell me what you'd like in exchange for your cooperation. Well, what would make me happy? The chanter taps his chin as he loudly sighs in faux contemplation. Oh, I know, Fatebinder. Order Antio here to beg for my help. Make sure he stresses how incapable he is and how critical it is that the chorus rescue him. I shall not stand for such insults. This assault was my command, and I'm not about to grovel for your servitude. He has to stomach the insult of losing warriors to your full plan? Seems fair. I wish you wouldn't feed this one's ego. He deserved none of the satisfaction he'll take from this disgusting exchange. By Kairos' fist, Commander Antio turns his head aside, spitting through half-muttered curses.
Fine. Please, oh please, help us, Bitterquip. Without your intervention, the disfavored mission will most certainly fail. He turns away from the chanter's impish grin to stare at you with a searing irritation. Ah, stretching out with a smug victory, he rubs his belly with sated glee. If only I could capture those words in my water skin and have sips of your delicious failure in my days of despair. Now that we have that settled... Listen up. For this to work, my Furies need a moment to get out of cover, Fatebinder. You need to run up the East Bridge. Don't get yourself killed, just draw their attention. I'll signal my Furies to send a rope across while you have them occupied. There's no time to waste. Let's hope your gang delivers. Antio turns to you, nodding with a heavy frown. Thank you, Fatebinder. And good hunting. I do
Sorry, I
what
can't.
I must to achieve victory, and
See
I...
that? To battle!
Nah, I think we got... Am I alive or dead? I'm alive.
Will do. On it.
You can rest when you'll have to get through me first.
Well, I'm unconscious now. 'Cause I walked right into that trap. Like an idiot. That's fine.
Or at least.
Well, that was going to be fine, and then I got knocked prone.
Don't go rushing off to get yourself hurt again. Oh, why bother?
There we go. I need a rest because I took an injury.
Right.
And daylight makes things a little easier to see. And then they're going to raise the bridge. Matini Sybil. Or Matani Sybil. You there. And you. Signaling her warriors to the bridge, a woman in the regalia of the Vendrian Guard captain pierces the commotion with her shrill soprano. Soprano. I can't remember if that's loud or soft. Whatever. Get over here. The disfavored are back. Guess they forgot a javelin or two. Be a doll, would you? Hurl them back. Her eyes widen as she slowly pieces together your face. Peacebinder? This isn't another disfavored warrior, it's the damn Peacebinder. First the armistice, then the surrender. You to rub our noises and all those agreements of yours are ruined with this uprising? Florian spoke of you. Said you might be different than the others. Sure hope he's right. We don't keep the Pelox boys around for their brains. Her face becomes stern, almost a scowl. But he swore on his mother he and his crew were shown mercy. But now I see you with the enemy, and... Her words trail into silence. Your heraldry. House Matini? Matani? I keep on saying Matini. House Matani. Apologies that your river must be dirtied with this conflict. She lifts an eyebrow. I'm honored. And will trust that all grievances wash downstream. She clears her throat, thrown by your formality. May the river guide you through the valley. Your friends seem to have misplaced most of their squad. Guess they're somewhere in my river. She shrugs sarcastically. My family's been protecting this river for 6 generations, so it's easy to lose track of all the looters and vagrants we've had to feed to the eels. Unless you want to try a running leap over, you're stuck. Maybe try heading downstream to Placid Crossing? We have more warriors there, and I'd certain they'd be just as happy to kill you. The Tidecaster that did this, same one that met me for a truce? Trying to take stock of our crew? She lets out a loud snort, laughing to herself. We've had unexpected help as of late. Kill and rape a realm long enough, and everyone comes out of the woodwork to shiv you in the ear. Let us across, and I will grant you mercy. Hold your oars a second. I have a statement prepared from Captain Ari just for this moment. She reaches into her belt with an impish smile and pulls her hand to reveal nothing but the local hand gesture for a penis. Wait, there must be a second missive around here somewhere. She feigns scouring her pockets once more before displaying her phallic gesture once again. As amusing as I will find this soon-to-be corpse, it would appear that our distraction has paid off. He nods to the west. Satisfied, she turns to leave, calling out to you as she does. I wouldn't keep standing there, Fatebinder. The river's currents are quite unpredictable. Alright. Time to go the other direction and across the riverside, and I gotta fight the villains who aren't really the villains.
Sorry, I can't.
Well, I thought you laid out the thingy. Do I gotta go the other direction? Whatever. No, that has to be it. Hold on. Oh, I gotta talk to Bitterquip first. That's stupid. Whatever. Well done! While you were toying with the Oathbreakers, my gang had the opportunity to set a rope on the collapsed bridge over yonder. The Furies wait to join you in battle. Thanks, but perhaps you'd listened to Antio sooner. This wouldn't have been necessary. I thought such snide comments were my forte. Plan now is to lower that bridge. My warriors can't swim in their armor. The lighter troops, he points squarely at you, can move across the rope, then lower the bridge. I'll meet you up on the other side. Crossing by rope, are we? Barrett clears his throat and shifts his weight awkwardly. In that case, I might recommend that I go last. For once, I agree with Antio. Bitterquip points across the water in animated alarm. My gang's been spotted, now go, before they're overwhelmed.
Sorry, I can't.
Now, let's cross the river. And I'll need to see if anybody's learned. Not quite. Very close. Verse almost has enough to take an
Sorry,
actual
I
healing
can't.
spell. Oh, cool. They're all dead.
Take that!
All but one. He was very close to death. All the Furies dead. There be mages back there. Like ice with fire. Technically ice with ice fire.
Can't do that.
Unleash the fires of hell.
This one is under
I'm not dead yet.
Right.
Oh well, the Fury died, but I
Right.
tried.
Yeah.
You got it.
This is useless. I should try something else.
They've crossed the river. Take them down.
I'll tear
Yeah,
your
fat
skull out
chance.
by your ass.
Frickin'.
Fuck is wrong with my weapon?
This is useless. I
vampire
should try something else.
That's because he has heavy armor and everybody has piercing. A bit of an issue.
Squirrely bastard, aren't you?
Did I give
Fall
Barrick
before me.
Yeah, I gave him a sword. I should probably give him a hammer.
On it.
But
butchers have come! Flee!
oh, for retreat. Captain Matani signals for troops to run to the nearby village. There's too many. They've crossed the river. Pull back. The soldiers rush forward and adopt a formation, covering Captain Matani as she retreats towards the nearby settlement. Hold! I only wish to talk. The request goes unheeded, and they advance.
Send them at me in way!
Well, if you refuse to listen to reason, you will die by my hand.
I got it.
You have my word on that.
I'm not dead yet.
Damn thing couldn't pierce her wall.
I got it.
Come on.
Too old for this.
Stab them with the super death.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Take that!
Yeah.
Now I have to kill you. Pity you.
Such a waste.
Will do. Right.
Such a frickin' waste. Oh, I have to lower the bridge first. That's right. All I want to do is talk to them. That's all I want to do. It's just chat. Let's try and negotiate a peace, and they refuse to listen to it. And it will be their undoing.
They're here! Run! Go now!
Will do. I got it.
One spearman isn't gonna do much, man.
I'm on it.
Direct my men around. Unleash some more
That's how it's done.
grave lines. Maybe give them a sunder.
Right.
Good.
Come and feast my iron.
And then a shield bash. And then another
Will do.
rascal.
Pierce the ground.
And then this guy's dead. Yep. Varric turned him to mush. Alright, let's go. Not Varric, Varric. Varric is a different person altogether.
Can't do that.
So
The
little-
Vendrian guard can't protect.
Yeah, you're
Found
right.
something.
They can't protect you.
I think that one
Verse almost died, so heal her immediately.
hit bone.
Traps are nasty, man. Traps are real nasty.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not gonna waste super magic on this guy.
Right. Will do.
And I'm saving my super spell for later.
Stock.
Another scar? Fine.
There we go. He's dead. All right, let's continue through the town, shall we?
Kairos' soldiers are here.
That's a weird glitch. I take it I'm not supposed to be here. Let's go around this way. See what lies beyond. Archer. That's nothing consequence. Matani Sybil's shrill voice pierces the air, a clarion call addressed not to you, but to the citizens of the village. Do not fear, sons and daughters of Apex. Kairos' hounds are at our doorstep, but the Vendrian Guard will not abandon you. Brave warriors of the Guard, these foreigners and sellouts mean to burn our homes and butcher our family. No, I don't. My voice breaks across through her speech. No, I don't. I just want to talk. Summon what strength you have and show Kairos the price of taking our land. Several soldiers step out from half-closed doorways and dimly lit alleyways. Oh, it's a trap. Fury blazing in their eyes, the partisans shout battle cries to marshal their courage, and you see the great gleam of iron as they brandish their weapons and charge. How in the name of Ash did these hillfolk get their hands on iron weapons? Barrack regards the locals with momentary panic and bewilderment before setting his stance for battle. That matters not.
Send them at me and wait.
This is what I saved up my Uber spell for.
How did I miss that?
Unleash hell upon them now. And then unleash a bolt of lightning.
Damn.
Unleash another bolt of lightning.
Smash to pieces.
And then
I need to try a
unleash a
different
roll of fire. And then unleash another bolt of fire. And then unleash a little bit of grave light.
Feels like my blood is on fire.
A little bit more grave. Oh, no, he's dead. A little bit more grave light.
How it's done. Right.
The Wrath of Penumbra. Well, Verst exploded him. I should look at the stats. Alright, so most enemies defeated me. Most total damage done. Verst still has the highest damage. I have the most crits and the most hits. Verst has taken the most damage, but I've been knocked out the most. Because of that trap. That's the only reason why. Is I ran into that trap. And Verst almost died, but I healed her. Alright, coward. They're here. Weapons up. Remember those no longer with us. Honor them with your courage and prowess. The captain turns to face you as you approach. Fatebinder, we are proper warriors, are we not? This battle should remain between those of us who specialize in dealing death. Let the villagers go. They did not ask for this conflict. Well, I'm not here for slaughter. I'd prefer to talk. Common sense tells me not to trust an agent of Kairos. But Captain Florian wouldn't have returned to us alive if there wasn't some sincerity to your words. The captain looks at you expectantly. Her soldiers stand ready, and the muffled cries and sobs of villagers fill the air. Run. All of you. Or you'll have to deal with my allies when they arrive in force.
Binder, what do you mean by this dereliction of duty? I could see us letting the sick and infirm go to tell of our infamy, but these South Knobs took up arms against Kairos. That cannot be forgotten.
We've beaten their warriors and shamed the captain aside her ancestral river. Never heard of winning graciously? From inside his hulking iron suit, you hear a small grumble, then Beric falls silent.
Then Florian was right, she nods with a satisfied grin. Not all the Archon's servants are anathema. I should be angry you proved Florian's point.
I can't wait to hear the end of that. She laughs to herself with a shake of her head.
Sure thought we'd have a fight on our hands. Her hand moves towards her belt. But it seems peace is on your mind. You mean it. You'd let us walk.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I thought Kairos' army is devoid of honor. I'm content to be wrong on this matter as well.
Captain Matani gestures, for her crew to break formation and depart with one hand as she pulls a parchment from her belt with the other and pushes the scroll into your grip.
Captain Ari had
words, man.
Captain Ari had a hunch your mercy may not have been a fluke. She sends her regards and awaits your reply. Good luck, Fatebinder.
She nods with a smile, then leaps off the side of the building. The sound of frantic running soon follows.
Well done, Fatebinder. You bring honor to the court with your valor.
Antio slowly nods as he looks out across the village.
Captain, what became of her? If she still draws breath, the voices of Narat would be most intrigued to hear about her in detail.
She wanted to die here and she got her wish, but I lost track of which torso was hers.
How funny bloodlust and memory don't always mix, eh?
His favorite commander laughs from his belly. Letting out a pained groan, the blood chanter shakes his head.
Ah, yes, because there are so many corpses up here to choose from.
He winks at you with a toothy smile.
Don't worry, Binder. I'm very impressed with your valor and integrity. We lost several of our number at the river, but we picked ourselves up and made this work.
Antio nods to Bitterquip, a reluctant smile across his face, then he bows to you.
May we always triumph. And what of this village? The locals could have trapped the houses, so too risky to commandeer the site. He shrugs, his tone becoming a matter of fact. We should burn the town. It'll cut off support, send a message, and the smoke signal will give others a visible rallying point when crossing the Matani. Did we just waste all that blood and time capturing this place only to torch it all? Now, I adore the mystical power of fire in ways that none of you could possibly understand. Yet even I think there's a time and place for arson. Fatebinder, kindly tell Antio he's free to burn his half of the village. The chorus would like to keep our half of the spoils, not smoke it. The settlement should be preserved, and any still here made slaves or conscripts. You place too much trust in these locals, especially after their last deception. The first chance they get, they'll turn coat and stab their gang boss in the back. That would only prove our point. These are competent fighters. We're better put to work in Kairos' army. No boss who falls to a simple villager deserves to live anyway. Kairos' edict looms overhead. Have we nothing better to do with our time? The disfavored warrior shakes his head in a huff and turns to his squad. Hear that? The chorus just made their town their headache. Now start rounding up your gear. There's lots to do before the rest. A sensible decision, dear Fatebinder. If we hold to the disfavored's program of raised soil, what will remain for us to rule? Bitterquip clasps his hands, raising his voice to address his gangs. Seize this place. Search the homes. Take all that you can carry. Give each survivor a chance at the voice's mercy, but to the ungrateful be brutal. Fatebinder, you've helped enough. The Iron Marshal has sent word the Archons are meeting the disfavored camp, and your presence is requested. You should make haste back to the camp. We'll take it from here. Double espresso shots was a mistake. Heart pounding in my chest, the patience all but gone. Fatebinder Drake. If you're reading this, we have lost the Mittani. Surrounded and without escape, we will fight to the death. But the common refrain we hear is Kairos wishes not to rule over a wasteland. Is there truth to this mantra? Or is it another of the Overlord's lies? We wish to meet under the truce of a blue flag to discuss how serious the Overlord is in his mercy. See the reverse of this parchment for directions to a fair meeting site. Arrive with only a small entourage. Asking you to come alone is hardly fair, but if reinforcements are shattering you, we will know. And with that, I believe I'm going to have to leave you. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, but that espresso shot's been pounding, and I need to be relaxed to do these correctly. So, I will leave you here. As I said in the last episode, if you have any suggestions for games to play, let me know. If I already own them, I will considering put them on the list. If I do not own them, then I'll have some thinking to do. If you have any particular characters you would like me to play, or any particular archetypes you'd like me to play, from the 4, I guess technically 5 listed in the previous little end spiel. Reminder, you have Daggered Vickers, the Cunning Rogue, Aurora Valkenheim, the Hardened Soldier, Valerie Evensong, the sort of ranger druidy type character, and of course Ethan Drake, the honorable warrior, who seeks, basically paladin. And of course there is a mage character as well that I did briefly mention. But as I said, if there's any particular archetypal characters you'd like me to play, if I have one already drafted up, I will play them. If not, then I'll need to consider how to implement them. Yeah. If you like the video, like it. If you like the channel, subscribe to it. Any suggestions are welcome. And I'll see you guys in the next one.